All right, guys, I'm going to tell you about a secret hack here that you can use. It's a simple breathing technique that I used to go from like pretty anxious and worrying all the time about so many different things being on my plate, and really being scattered. My mind going in 100 different directions all the time, every single day, being exhausted at the end of the day mentally, just because I'm trying to balance all these things with my work, full-time job, small business, my family, kids, um, just all kinds of stuff. So many things were stressing me out. And I did this breathing technique and did it for about 66 days, which is about roughly the average time it takes to instill a habit. And over those 66 days, I got such great, amazing results from this in terms of mental clarity, emotional regulation, just being calm in situations that were usually really stressful for me and that would cause a lot of anger. Like people direct verbal attacks coming at me, and people on social media making comments and stuff like that would normally like hurt my feelings, but would kind of bounce off me. And I started being able to dodge these, insults and subtle passive aggressive comments and things like that just didn't bother me as much anymore. So the hack is so it's called a heart rate variability training. So basically, this is your heart rate variability is an indicator of stress, and it's actually directly correlated with your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So when you have a high heart rate variability, like you're less stressed. When you have a low heart rate variability, you're more stressed. That's the simple explanation. You can actually hack in using your biology, so using breathing. You can hack your state of mind so you become less stressful. You get a decreased sympathetic response, which is the fight, flight, or freeze response, by breathing at a certain resonant frequency. And this is apparently is different for different people. So you have to kind of find yours. And I found that mine was 6 breaths in, 6 breaths out. So 6 breaths in through the nose, 6 breaths out through the mouth. Minimum 10 minutes a day, but I'm now up to 20 minutes a day. And I use this app called HeartMath. If you look at heartmath.com, it's a little bit voodoo, a little bit woo-woo, new agey type of stuff. I kind of just ignored that, and I focused kind of on the biofeedback component of it. It's really cool because you can actually, this is the app. So it's a pulse oximeter. You just put it on your ear, and it measures your heart rate variability in real time. So as you're doing I already had a mindfulness breathing practice before this, but I could never stick with it because it was really boring, and I don't know. I just could never find the time. Yeah, it never kept my interest. But this keeps my interest because I can actually see my feedback on how I did during the session. So if I do a 20-minute session, it shows you what your heart rate variability is in this graph down here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see these waves? It's like when you're in a coherent state and you're calm and relaxed, and you're not like, your monkey mind's not going all over the place and is totally scattered. You can actually see, man, I don't know if you can, there's this, yeah, I'm going to move that light out of the way. There, I don't know if you can see that, but basically there's like a sine wave line here. When it is, this is really hard to, there you can see it. Okay, so that line, if it's nice and wavy like that and consistent, you're in a pretty coherent state. But if you slide over and you look at the rest of my session, you can see some times here where I was actually the line. See, we got to go out of whack there. That's like the moments where I was not in a coherent state, or I wasn't. It's correlated with this line here. So if it's in the green, that's a nice like even wavelength going through, and that's calm, relaxed, not thinking like crazy. But then when you see these dips into the blue, those are times when I start thinking like crazy, and I'm starting to think of something stressful or like what I have to do for the rest of the day. And so I couple this, so it's cool because afterwards you can look and you can be like, oh, I remember I was thinking about this, or this during that time. Oh, I was thinking about this, and this during that time. Oh, see how it went back up into the green here? This is where I was actually like able to pull myself back to the present moment and calm myself down and get back to that breathing pattern. So this has improved. So my percentage that I stay up in that green has improved significantly over the last couple of months. And it's just been so cool to like track my data. I actually have all my data in here from all the way up to I think like 9 months ago, and so I've made significant progress, and I feel better. Like you can tell, there's definitely a difference. My confidence level is higher. My just again, like I said, emotionally regulated on a more regular basis. I also couple that. So if you're interested, that's called Inner Balance, and the tech is called Heart Math, and then I just couple it with this breathing breath pacer. So I set this for 20 minutes, and I set I put the heart. This basically just cues me. It's an auditory cue to inhale at my resonant frequency. Exhale. Right, for 6 in, 6 out. It took me a while to figure out that 6 in, 6 out kind of resulted in the most sort of like coherent, relaxed state. I tested a whole bunch of different ones. So you kind of got to test a bunch and then see what happens. So anyway, I hope you guys found that valuable. If you have any questions about it, I've been doing it for a while, so shoot me a message. Let me know. It's like such a cool hack that I think everybody should know about it, especially if you have a mindfulness meditation routine and you're like me, and you just get so bored out of your mind doing it. This actually is cool because you can track data, and I'm kind of a data geek. So anyway, hope you found that helpful.